Hello, it's Rob Watkins and welcome to this week's session of Tool Time. Today we're going to be reviewing the K-960. It's a Husqvarna ring cutoff saw. The K-960 Rescue Model Ring Saw produces 6.5 horsepower. The fuel mix is a 50-to-1 mix and requires OEM oil. The cutting head is a 14-inch diamond cutting blade that is belt driven, and the maximum cutting depth for the unit is 10 inches. Noise levels reach 103 decibels and hearing protection is required. The additional full complement of USAR PPE is also required during operation, including helmet, gloves, eye protection, and appropriate USAR boots. All USAR members are encouraged to become familiar with the Unit Operator's Manual prior to training and field use. The individual features of the K-960 include a decompression valve, which allows you to start the apparatus without significant effort on the cord. Of course, the fuel tank. In back, there is a stop button, which is simply a rocker button. There is also a choke button that puts it into choke. It also affects the high idle. We'll cover that later. On this side, we have the water inlet and the water valve, which allows water to flow through and cool the blade. You do not need water to operate this particular saw, but it does keep down the dust and it does make for a better cutting area. Starting instructions for both cold and hot starting are clearly indicated by labeling on the back of the unit. The primary difference between the two methods is the position of the choke during the process. Okay. During the drive belt removal process, it is important to remember to use the supplied OEM tools. The process should begin with removing the 4 bolts from the belt housing cover. Also, remember that replacing the belt in the field should not be done on the rubble pile. Take the tool to a good working location. If you are replacing the belt, you may need to completely remove the tensioner until the new belt is installed. Make sure the belt is seated securely. You may need to rotate the belt to ensure it is seated on the pulleys correctly. Once the belt is replaced, reinstall the tensioner and the housing cover. When removing an intact belt, remember the belt will need to be rotated off of the pulley. This will engage the front cutting blade and the front cutting blade will turn. When reinstalling the belt, remember to first capture the rear pulley, the drive pulley, then the front pulley. You will need to rotate the belt onto the pulley assembly to properly seat the belt. Again, the front cutting blade will turn. Allow it to turn freely. Seat the belt until it is appropriately set. Then simply reinstall the belt tensioner to ensure that the belt stays properly tight around the front pulley. This week's drill is attached. Priority items include reviewing the operator's manual, daily, weekly, and monthly maintenance checks, removal and reinstall procedures for the primary drive belt, air filter, and spark plug. Once the drill is complete, please return it to your battalion chief. Thank you.